In the last video, I covered network monitoring and intrusion detection. Now that pathway is about detecting suspicious activity early. But today's pathway is what happens when that suspicious activity becomes real. Cybersecurity incident response. This is the team that gets involved when something has gone wrong or when something could be going wrong. A compromised account, a malware infection, a ransomware alert, a data breach, a suspicious file execution, a phishing campaign that users might have clicked, a system behaving strangely, or sometimes a full-blown cyber incident where the business is asking one question: what is happening, how bad is it, and how do we stop it? Now, incident response is one of the most important and respected areas in cybersecurity. It is high pressure, but it is also highly valuable, because when an organization is under attack, theory is not enough. They need people who can stay calm, investigate quickly, coordinate teams, contain the damage, and help the business recover. So in this video, I'll explain what incident response actually means, what you do day to day, what skills you need, and what salaries you can expect in the UK and India, and where this pathway can take you next. Section 1. What is incident response really? Let's explain this in simple language. Now, incident response is the process of preparing for, managing, and learning from cybersecurity incident. The goal is not just to react, the goal is to minimize damage, stop the attack, understand what happened, and prevent the same thing from happening again. Think of it like a fire service for cybersecurity. Now, network monitoring may detect the smoke, but incident response comes in when there may be a fire. But good incident response is not panic. It is structured. It follows a process. First, you understand the situation, what has happened, which systems are affected, which users are involved, is data at risk, is the attacker still active? Then you contain the issue. Maybe you disable an account, maybe you isolate a machine, maybe you block an IP address or domain, maybe you remove a malicious file, or maybe you ask a team to take a system offline. Then you investigate. How did attackers get in? Was it phishing? Was it vulnerability? Was it a weak access control? Was it misconfiguration? Then comes recovery. Bring system back safely, validate they are clean, confirm business services can continue, and finally lessons learned. What did we miss? What controls failed? What needs to change? What detection should be improved? And what process needs updating? That is the real value of incident response. It is not only about fixing today's incident, it is about making tomorrow's incident less likely, less damaging, and faster to detect. Section 2. What you will actually do day to day. Now let's talk about what the actual work looks like. At junior or entry level, you may start by responding to alerts from monitoring and detection system. You may get alerts from SIM tools, EDR platforms, email security tools, firewalls, cloud security tools, identity tools, or vulnerability system. Your job is to follow the defined process. Check the alert, collect the evidence, understand what systems or users are involved, categorize the incident, register it properly, and then escalate when needed. Finally, document every important action. For example, if an alert says malware was detected on a laptop, you don't just say malware found. You ask which device, which users, what file, was it executed, was it quarantined, did it connect to any external destination, was the user account used elsewhere, and there are similar alerts on other machines. This is incident thinking. You are not just looking at one alert in isolation, you are trying to understand the full picture. As you grow, you may start handling more complex incidents. Compromised accounts, suspicious admin activity, data loss events, ransomware indicators, cloud security incidents, insider threats, third-party incidents, business email compromise. You may coordinate with different teams like SOC teams, network team, endpoint team, identity and access management team, cloud team, legal team, data protection team, communication team, senior leadership, and sometimes external vendors or managed service providers. This is why incident response is not only technical, it is also coordination. During a serious incident, many people will want updates. The business wants to know impact. Technology team wants to know what action to be taken now. Legal and privacy teams may want to know if data is involved. Leaderships want to know if customers or services are affected. Your job is to help bring clarity when everyone else is under pressure. Section 3. The reality of incident response work. Now let me give you the honest version. Incident response is exciting, but it can also be stressful. Incidents do not wait for a convenient time. Depending upon the organization, you may be part of a on-call rota. You may need to respond outside normal working hours. Some incidents may happen during weekends, holidays, or late evenings. Now that is the reality of this pathway. But this is also why good incident response professionals are valued. Because when something serious happens, the organization need people who can stay calm and think clearly. You cannot panic, you cannot guess, you cannot jump to conclusions. You have to follow evidence, you have to communicate clearly, you have to document what happened and what action was taken. Documentation is extremely important in incident response because later people will ask what time did we detect it, what was informed, who was informed, what action was taken, when was the system isolated, was data accessed, was evidence preserved, what was the root cause, what should we improve. If it is a serious incident, your notes may support legal, regulatory, forensic or audit requirement. So this role rewards people who are calm, structured, disciplined and action oriented, not people who just want excitement. Section 4. Skills you need for this pathway. So what skills do you need to succeed in incident response? First, you need a good understanding of security operations and incident management. You need to know how secure systems are monitored, how alerts are generated, how incidents are categorized, how escalation works and how response procedures are followed. Second, you need log analysis. You should be comfortable looking at SIM alerts, endpoint logs, firewall logs, authentication logs, email logs and cloud logs. Third, you need basic malware and attack knowledge. You should understand phishing, malware, ransomware, credential thefts, lateral movement, privilege escalation, command and control, data exfiltration, and common attack behavior. Fourth, you need networking knowledge. You don't need to be a pure network engineer, but you must understand IP address, ports, DNS, HTTP, HTTPS, VPNs, firewalls, and how systems communicate. Fifth, you need forensic awareness. You may not be a digital forensic expert, but you should understand evidence handling, preservation, timelines, and when to involve forensic specialists. Sixth, you need communication skills. This is one of the biggest skills in incident response. You may need to explain a technical incident to non-technical stakeholders. You may need to tell leadership what is known, what is not yet known, what action is being taken, and what was the business impact it could have. And finally, you need calmness under pressure. This is not optional. Now, during an incident, people may be worried, system may be down, customers may be affected, senior people may be asking questions. But your job is to stay calm, follow the process, and focus on evidence. That is what makes a strong incident response professional. Section 5. Job titles and salary expectations. Now let's talk about job titles. You may see roles advertised as Cyber Incident Response Analyst, Cyber Incident Responder, Cybersecurity Incident Responder, Incident Response Analyst, Incident Response Specialist, Threat Intelligence Response Analyst, SOC Analyst, Cyber Intelligence Analyst. As you become more experienced, you may see titles like Senior Incident Responder, Senior Incident Response Analyst, Incident Response Lead, Cyber Incident Manager, SOC Manager, Head of Incident Response. Now, salary depends upon location, organization, sector, and your experience, what you have. In the UK, incident response roles commonly sit around £40,000 to £65,000, and senior roles can move from £55,000 to £85,000 or higher. Your original pathway research also referenced UK incident response salaries in this range. More recent UK salary data shows incident response analyst roles average around the mid £40,000 nationally, with London average around £50,000 and higher range for experienced professionals. Now, specialist salary guides also shows incident response analyst roles around £60,000 to £80,000, and incident response lead or head of incident response roles move significantly higher in larger organizations or specialist teams. Now, for my Indian audience, the salary picture is different, but the opportunity is growing strongly. In India, entry-level SOC or incident response related roles may start around 3.5 lakhs to 8 lakhs per year, especially for L1 SOC analysts, cybersecurity analysts, or junior incident response analyst roles. Once you gain experience and move into L2, L3, threat investigation, incident handling, malware triage, or detection and response work, salaries can move into 8 lakhs to 18 lakhs range. For experienced incident response analyst, incident response specialist, SOC leads, or cyber defense professional, salaries can go beyond 18 lakhs to 25 lakhs, especially in tier 1 cities where global capability centers, product companies, banks, consulting firms, and managed security service providers are there. Recent India salary reference shows incident response analysts average around 6.5 lakhs with typical range from 3.15 to 11 lakhs per year, and higher reporting earnings up to 18 lakhs. Broader incident response roles with more experience can go much higher, though some salary data sets are based on fewer reported salaries. SOC salary ranges in India also shows L1 roles around 3.5 to 8 lakhs, L2 around 6 to 12 lakhs, and L3 around 10 to 25 lakhs per annum. But in the beginning, don't only focus on salary. Incident response gives you something very valuable, real incident exposure. If you learn how to investigate properly, document clearly, communicate under pressure, and understand attack behavior, your career can grow very quickly. Section 6. Where this pathway can take you next. Now, this is why incident response is such a strong pathway. It connects naturally to many other cybersecurity careers. If you enjoy investigation and evidence, you can move into digital forensics. If you enjoy understanding attackers, you can move into cyber threat intelligence. If you enjoy finding weaknesses before incident happens, you can move into vulnerability management or security testing. If you enjoy monitoring and detection, you can move deeper into network monitoring detection or detection engineering or SOC leadership. If you enjoy governance and business risk, you can move into cybersecurity governance and risk management. And if you build enough experience, you can progress into managing a cyber incident response team or even a full security operations center. This is also a good pathway for people who come from non-traditional backgrounds. For example, people from IT incident management, emergency services, armed forces, police operations, customer support, business critical operations, or crisis management. They can bring very useful skills. Because incident response is not just about tools. It is about action under pressure. It is about teamwork. It is about clear communication. It is about making good decisions when the situation is uncertain. That is why this pathway can suit people who are calm, practical, and organized. So if you're interested in cybersecurity and you like investigations, crisis handling, problem solving, and working on real incident response is a very strong career path. But remember this is not just about being the hero during the attack. The best incident response professionals are calm, methodical, and evidence driven. They don't just fix the incident, they help the organization learn from it. They help improve controls, improve detection, improve process, and reduce failure risk. So if you're coming from SOC, IT support, networking, infrastructure, operations, or even a crisis management background, this could be a very good pathway for you. Drop a comment below and tell me, would you enjoy working in incident response or would the pressure put you off? And also tell me which of the 16 cybersecurity career pathways you want me to cover next. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I'll be breaking down each cybersecurity pathway one by one in a practical way so you can make better career decisions. I'm Hemant and I'll see you in the next video.